Guillermo Del Toro is working on his own shared monster universe, including the adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. There's only one teensy tiny red flag about this entire matter. And what's that? Let's find out. Well, everybody, and welcome to yet another video, my dear friends. This time for yet another piece of good news, or is it? Is it good news? We shall see, and you will let me know, my dear friends, in the comments down below what you think about the entire matter. Please do look at the screen. Guillermo Del Toro working on his own shared monster universe. Now, I believe that this information has been around for quite some time, if I remember correctly, or not. I might be remembering it incorrectly. It might have slipped my mind, or it's just the simple fact that Guillermo Del Toro and monsters is just something that goes together like peanut butter and jelly, as they would say in the United States of America. And even though we know that we live in 2023, yes, and 99% of everything that's being done in Hollywood is piece of donkey manure, you have to sometimes have faith in certain people. And if I had to have faith in some creators and filmmakers in Hollywood, Guillermo Del Toro would be one of them. And I appreciate and always have loved his early work, such as the Pan's Labyrinth, or even his Hellboy movies. Now, I mean, adaptations, not a huge fan of adaptations, but if you've been following my channel for quite some time, you know that. But these two films, quite good. The second Blade movie, it's excellent. So, yeah, I do have faith in that guy, and he is a tremendously huge fan of the old horror, books, of course, first, as far as the literature. For example, the modern Prometheus or Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, or Dracula by Bram Stoker, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, the adaptations, the Universal monsters, and then, the Hammer horror films, and all this stuff, all the goodies of the horror monsters. And if I remember correctly, he has mentioned in the past that he would like to make his own. So this bit of news, this snippet, is being brought to us by bleedingfool.com, and we shall read it out now, and then I shall provide you with a further take of mine. The Dark Universe may be a thing of the past, but a new monster cinematic universe may be coming to town. According to Frankenstein producer J. Miles Dale, Oscar winner Guillermo Del Toro is working on making his own monster universe. Dale made the comment in a new interview with the Academy's A-Frame, suggesting his frequent collaborator and friend is the perfect person for a shared monster world. At one time, he was going to make the monster universe with Universal, Frankenstein's bride, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man, The Wolfman, and he didn't. Dale told the website, "We feel like Shape of Water was kind of a version of a creature, so now he is doing his own monster universe." Fresh off another Oscar win for Guillermo Del Toro's Pinocchio, the filmmaker's next project is a live-action adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for Netflix. Now, this is that piece of news which is kind of a scary, and not in the good way, pun not intended, and that's the Netflix part. Now, Netflix is a hit or miss, and especially as far as adaptations. Now, if you look at, for example, The Witcher, but it also depends on the creators, right? Sometimes I think that if there is a influential creator enough, he might have enough word, he might have enough say in the matter at hand, and that he might say to the executives of that particular filmmaking studio or streaming service or whatever, what. And I believe that Guillermo Del Toro might be one of them. So I don't know what you think about it. Tell me. Now, of course, we have had in the past a plethora of adaptations of the old monsters, like Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster, of course, and then the Wolfman, and there has even been a newer Wolfman recently, or, well, not recently, like 10 years ago or what. And then, of course, one of the most popular, of course, Dracula. I mean, Dracula's history has been long and long and long since its original release at the end of the 19th century. There have been many adaptations, the most known is Nosferatu, and then, of course, Todd Browning's Dracula, and then the Hammer collection with Sir Christopher Lee as the vampire. And then, of course, Francis Ford Coppola's very interesting, very innovative, very postmodern version and adaptation of Dracula. All of them are special in their own way, and all of them are remarkable. All of them can be watched. So what do you think about this? Do you still have faith in some creators today, be it Guillermo Del Toro or somebody else? Do you think that great movies can be remade, or great books can be made into movies still in 2023? And I'm not talking about the independent scene. I'm talking about the mainstream, because we have to admit Netflix is kind of a mainstream already today. More people are willing to pay for one streaming service or another, be it Netflix, HBO Max, or the abhorrent Disney Plus, instead of going to cinema or buying Blu-rays and DVDs. So, do you still have faith in the mainstream and their ability to make great works of art or great adaptations as they were in the past? Of course, theoretically, in a utopian parallel universe, it would be possible. Now, it would be quite nice, of course, if Guillermo del Toro was able to make the most popular, most influential monsters into his own versions of dark and gothic films made with today's technology, which, could be cool potentially. And I believe, because this is Guillermo del Toro, that he would try, at least, to use some practical effects as well. Although he has dabbled into a lot of CGI as well. But it is true, and it is a fact that as far as his horror production, there was a lot of practical effects and masks and puppets used. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. And that will be all. Thank you very much for watching, my dear friends, and Namarie.